is a very interesting story behind gum about how it has gained so much popularity, which I reference to a historical event. It begins with World War I. According to Wilson, it is told that gum was greatly issued to the American soldiers during the First World War, as they believed that chewing gum relieved stress and improved their performance and concentration. Therefore, gum acted as their mental resting place in the middle of hardship. This convinced people to have a thought that chewing gum has something to do with the brain. The correlation between chewing gum and concentration has been an interesting topic since then, and it is still ongoing. According to Cambridge University, concentration refers to the ability to think carefully about something you are doing and nothing else. We all know that concentration is an important factor in every aspect of our daily lives, such as when we study, work, play, and so on. But how do you know if you're able to concentrate or not? If you are unable to remember things that occurred a short while ago or having difficulty in thinking clearly, it's obvious that you already have concentration problems. Eventually, your performance at work or school will deteriorate or it will hinder your decision-making skills.
To narrow down the subjects, we specifically focused on university students for this video. The aim of this video is to investigate signs of concentration problems among university students in Hong Kong and the relationship between chewing gum and people's efficiency and accuracy. Student health check conducted by the University of Amsterdam reported that about 2/3 of the students participated have health-related problems. Among those students, around 40% face a concentration problem. To have some basic thoughts before the experiment, we carried out a survey with 17 students at the City University of Hong Kong. From the survey, 94% of students claimed to have a concentration problem.
Distraction factors mentioned by the students are as follows. 53% were distracted by social network or internet, 29% from the noise, and the rest of them from other factors such as lack of commitment, tiredness, and human relationships.
Strategies they adopted to deal with the concentration issues are taking a short break, listening to music, finding a quiet place, putting away the mobile phone, and drinking an energy drink.
Apart from them, as chewing gum is a well-known strategy for concentration improvement, we decided to test if it is true. So we recruited 11 students from City University of Hong Kong for our experiment.
The hypothesis for our experiment is, if one chews gum while playing a memory game, then the level of efficiency and accuracy will improve, since it is possible that chewing gum stimulates to increase blood flow to the brain, which carries an elevated oxygen flow to parts of the brain, boosting alert and reflexes. The materials used are laptop, memory game, paper, and pen.
The participants were asked to play a memory game with and without gum in a quiet environment in the library. This is how the memory game works. Click on the white tiles to reveal the unknown images one at a time. Use your memory to match two identical images. The participants were allowed to play the game a few times until they were familiar before the experiment. They played 2 rounds, one with gum and one without gum. The percentage of accuracy and the time taken to complete each round for each participant were recorded on a piece of paper. Additionally, the last surrounding was imposed as another variable to see if it acts as an environmental factor that may vary the results. We asked the participants to share their opinions and experiences towards the correlation between chewing gum and concentration after the experiment.
I do not believe that chewing gum enhances my concentration. Chewing gum actually distracts me because I have to remember to chew. On the overall scale, I think that chewing gum doesn't actually make that much of a difference, considering both my times and my results were pretty much standard irrespective of whether I was chewing gum or not.
Without chewing gum, my time was better and my accuracy was also better, but when I started eating chewing gum, then my time increased and my accuracy also decreased, so I don't believe that.
We took into account of average values of different variables from the experiment. These are the data tables with means of the time taken and the accuracy percentage for each condition. Comparing the means, when participants chewed gum, it took 0.029 seconds less to complete the game, and the accuracy remained the same for both rounds. The average time taken increased by 14.636 seconds, and accuracy dropped by 5.091% when chewing gum in a noisy environment compared to those in a quiet environment. This shows that no matter the participants chewed gum or not, it took a longer time and the accuracy dropped in the noisy environment. We used a statistical test called t-test to investigate whether the mean values of two sets of data are significantly different from one another. To conduct the t-test, the t-test equation was used to find the t-value, and degree of freedom was calculated. Taking a reference to t-table, the significance level was found. In other words, the probability of coincidence was measured. From the t-test analysis, we found out the difference between the time taken and the percentage accuracy with and without gum are not significant. So, we can conclude that the action of chewing gum has no effect on concentration. Additionally, there is no significant difference between the data obtained from both environments.
The result of our experiment, in fact, did answer to the question, does chewing gum improve concentration? The answer is no. And this does not correspond to our hypothesis, but we can't solely rely on this result because 1. Our test group was too small. Since we only took 11 out of thousands of the CDU students, the results are less confident and valid. 2. Some subjects were already biased. Of such small sample group, some of them already had biased mindsets with some knowledge about the effect of chewing gum on concentration or about the hypothesis of our experiment, and they purposefully performed better or worse when chewing gum. Thus, some of the records are unreliable. 3. Some of the controlled variables were not consistent. During the experiment, not all the controlled variables were constant. For instance, not the same laptop was used for all of them. Some of them used a mouse while some did not. Also, time of the day was different, and quietness of the place where the experiment was conducted was inconsistent, and every subject had different physical and mental condition in the day. For the better experiment with more reliability and validity, we should have a bigger sample size to reduce the margin of errors and raise the precision of the data. We should not inform the participants the hypothesis we came up or any conclusions from research already done by someone else in advance to have them not biased. We should have all the controls consistent since the results should not be influenced by any other factors than the independent variable. To wrap up, in this experiment, we're going to test whether chewing gum improves concentration. People have long believed that chewing gum must have some scientifically unexplained power to decrease stress level and increase concentration. However, our result does neither support our hypothesis nor draw the same conclusion as the studies already introduced. Additionally, it was found that loudness has no effect on one's performance level, meaning the environmental factor didn't contribute to vary the result of our experiment. So these are the final words from our experiment. Chewing gum has nothing to do with concentration.